Hi everybody, Kevin here from Crispy Clean Aquariums, and I'd like to give a quick shout out to Beantown Aquatics for the many good things that they've done for us, and for sponsoring our site and all the affiliate groups with Crispy Clean. I set out as a goal is to make bubblers for fish eggs at less than $3 or $4 a piece, keep them cheap, not to require an MIT degree to be able to make these, not having to make a whole lot of technical measurements and running back and forth to the hardware store to get what you need. It's very simple. Half the stuff you probably already have in your house, and I'd be able to make many of these, as many as I wanted, rather cheaply and quickly. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start out with the materials that we're going to need. I need some screen material. You can buy this at the fabric section of Walmart or any clothing craft store. Just make sure that it's not woven, that it's actually welded. As you can see, each joint, I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but each joint is actually sealed and melted together so that it doesn't unravel, and that way you can cut it on any seam anywhere you want to cut it and it doesn't just fall apart. But you can get it really cheap. Matter of fact, this is from a old fly saver kind of thing that you put over your picnic table and foods that the bugs don't get into it. It was like a little umbrella thing. Well, the umbrella thing was broken, and that's what I have left over, and that what I have there is more than I'm going to use in years. You're going to need a bubbler, a couple of suction cups. These suction cups, I'm sure you can get them at a craft store, but I also, just from old heaters, from other things that I've purchased throughout the years, you end up collecting a lot of these things. So of course I didn't have to pay for those either. A piece of foam has to be very porous. This happens to be Aqua Clear 100 foam, the bio foam that goes in there. I have a couple extra of these and I just cut a piece off. 2 empty things of soda, preferably clear and smooth sided. You don't want the ridges going up and down the side, either this way or side to side. Just make them all smooth all the way down. A drill and a bit, 1/4 inch bit. May vary a little bit depending on what size suction cups you have. You want the hole to be smaller than this back piece. So you have to work it in a little bit, but once you get it in there, it won't come out. And 1/4 inch also is nice and snug on here. You don't necessarily need the bubbler. I'm sure it works well without it. I like to have the bubbler on there because it makes the end of the hose bigger and it won't come out of the egg tumbler that way. But if the hole is small and the tube barely fits in, I'm sure it wouldn't come out. A quick talk about some of these other bubblers that I had made that just didn't seem to work out. They had PVC pipe at the bottom of this plastic tube. They worked really well to the point, but this little lip right here is where I would end up getting several eggs to sit on that lip without any circulation, and they would die. Same with this one. I had air bubblers at different spots, and up here at the top, down here in the middle, different types of material inside here, different things that I tried, just didn't seem to work well. First thing you need to do is take this label off. It comes off rather easy. Just find an edge and peel it off. Cut the bottom of the bottle off using a serrated knife, a hacksaw. This is just a regular bread knife. Cut it as square as you can, keeping as much of the bottle, but cutting off just before it starts curving back down. That will give you this left. When you get to this point, you're going to want to drill a single hole on one side of the bottle. This is for your suction cup. It needs to go where the sticky is not, across from the sticky, because this will go against the glass and you will be looking through this. Do not put this hole way down here at the bottom where your eggs are going to be. You won't be able to see your eggs. Put it halfway up or so, a little bit off the bottom so that you can see your eggs quite clearly. The other bottle that you do you're going to want to drill a hole roughly in the same spot, but it doesn't matter because this one will actually be the top half. So you can put your hole up here on the opposite side of the sticky. On the side of the sticky is going to be your air hole for your air line. That you want right about in the middle. These two pieces I will then slide together with either a large piece of this wedged inside here or a piece of netting material. As you can see, you put the netting material in the bottle and slide the bottle together. At the bottom, you take the piece of foam and put a small piece of netting over the foam so that the eggs don't get wedged in the foam itself. This bottom foam, you need to be careful because it can fall out if you make the foam too small. So you want the foam to fit fairly snugly. Keep the suction cup away from the bottom so you can see the eggs. If this one I got a little closer so it sort of gets in the way, but it's a much bigger suction cup. That netting ensures that the eggs do not go up and out, and that fish, if you have them in the same section, don't swim in and eat all your eggs. The air bubbler goes above the top netting, grabs the water and draws the water up so that the water comes in through the netting and raises the eggs up off the bottom. This one I used a piece of foam. I tested the foam and the netting. It didn't seem to make any difference what material I used as long as it was very porous, although I could use less air when I had a bigger bottle because it was more efficiently moving a larger quantity of water. So if you're worried about not having enough air, use a bigger bottle. If you have plenty of air and really don't care, then go ahead with a smaller bottle. As the fry grow, though, you may find that the larger bottle will give the fry longer time to stay in the bottle. That's about it. Thank you very much. Make any comments, like the post, and subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.